Meanwhile, let's go upstairs to somebody who went to college, to 2 different colleges, and one that went to 1 college.
What an intro, Brian.
There you go. I think he's talking about the judge went to a couple of colleges, actually maybe 3. And he's here to talk about this. Police cannot walk into your house without a warrant. But when it comes to the internet, there's a line that's a little blurred. This week, the Senate will debate what rules the government must follow if it wants to watch a private citizen online. Do they need permission to track what you type? Fox News senior judicial analyst Andrew Napolitano, the former judge, joins us live. What do you think?
Stevie, well, you know, the American people should know that their elected representatives in the Senate are deciding whether or not to allow this government, run by Barack Obama, or some future government, to capture every keystroke that they touch on their BlackBerries and iPhones and computers.
Sure.
Most people are unaware that the Senate is even considering this. You would think, well, I have the right to privacy. I have the right of freedom of speech. What business is it of the government's what I type in my computer?
At work, obviously your employer would be entitled to see whatever you type. But that's at work. We're talking about at home. The government would be able to look into the email, the private email I send to you or to Brian or Gretchen or anybody else.
Right. Look, we have the 4th Amendment to the Constitution, which basically says you have the right to be left alone. If the government wants to know something about you, your banking records, what you may have in your basement, they have to go to a judge and get a search warrant.
That's right.
That's to protect this right to privacy. The Senate is considering allowing the government to capture every keystroke, every single keystroke, without a warrant. Just on a whim, just on a fishing expedition. That will change radically the relationship of law enforcement to average Americans, perhaps in a way Americans have never experienced before.
Judge, that's the wrong direction.
It absolutely is the wrong direction. It's also wrong that the Senate should even be considering this. The 4th Amendment has worked pretty well for 230 years. It can work well for another 230 years if the government doesn't try and tinker with it.
All right, well, let's see what the Senate does.
No predictions.
Yeah, that would be...
But people should tell their senators, don't do this.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Judge, thank you very much.
Pleasure.